Hello children, let me welcome you to the virtual class of the Brihan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika. My name is Shraddha teacher. Children, we are in the middle of this COVID-19 pandemic and because of that we are not able to go to school, but that doesn't mean we are going to stop learning. So we are going to do many lessons which are very interesting from your textbook through the virtual class here. So let us do a lesson in English today. So what is the name of our lesson, children, today? It is called anagrams. Okay, the name of our lesson today is anagrams. Now, if you look at your textbook, you will see this particular vocabulary exercise after the lesson Revati's musical plants. So, when we study English, we study not only prose and poetry, but we also study grammar and vocabulary. So today let us do this interesting vocabulary exercise based on anagrams. Now children, before we go and find out what is the meaning of anagrams is, let us try and understand what is the meaning of vocabulary exercise. Okay, now vocabulary exercise are exercises which are used in order to improve your knowledge of words. Okay, so now let's look at this particular activity, anagrams. Okay, so let us start by looking at these two words, listen and silent. So we have one word listen and we have the other word silent. Alright, if you look at both these words, you will see that there is no new letter which has been added here. Okay, and there is no omission also made. No letter has been cancelled and no letter has been added. But at the same time, you will see that when we changed the arrangement of the letters, you could see that the meaning of the word changes. Alright, so now what does silent mean? Silent means to keep quiet, to keep mum. Alright, not to say anything. Whereas listen here means to pay attention to what someone is saying. Okay, so we have two words created with the same set of letters, and these two words are anagrams of each other. So you have silent and you have listen, which are anagrams of each other. Okay, let us take one more example now. See, look at this word. Here you can see canoe, and then if you rearrange the words, you get ocean. So ocean is a big, vast, expansive body of salt water. Okay, and then what is a canoe? A canoe is a small kind of a basic boat without any kind of machineries or mechanisms which you have to row with your hands. Okay, so we saw two sets of words here which are anagrams of each other. One was listen and silent, and the second set was ocean and canoe. Alright, so now I hope you understood what anagrams are. So we tried to study the meaning of anagrams using examples. So let us now try and understand what anagrams are. So will you be able to say what anagrams are? So anagrams are words which are formed by rearranging letters. So when you rearrange letters in order to form a new word, then that is called as an anagram. Okay, so now we understood what an anagram is, and we also saw the meaning of an anagram and an example of an anagram. Okay, so in order to make this idea more clear to you, we will look at some more examples of anagrams. Alright, so let us look at this word which all of us know. This word is heart. Okay, now the heart is a very important organ of the human body. It is a very important part of the human circulatory system, the heart. Okay, now let us see what the spelling of heart is. So it is H-E-A-R-T. So how will you rearrange this word, the letters in this word, to form a new word? Yes, we can rearrange them and form a new word, that is earth. Okay, so E, A, R, T and H, earth. So heart and earth are anagrams of each other. Okay, heart and earth are anagrams of each other. The word heart and the word earth, because they use the same set of letters, only they are rearranged to form these two separate set of words. Alright, let us look at one more example here. So S-P-A-R-E, spare, and P-E-A-R-S, pears. Okay, so spare and pears are anagrams of each other. So children, these were some examples of anagrams and also what the meaning of anagram is. So a few more examples before we go to the next vocabulary exercise in this lesson. So look at these examples of anagrams. So you have F-R-I-E-D, fried, and the anagram of fried is F-R-F-I-R-E-D, fired. So let us see whether all the words from fried appear in fired. We have F, we have R, we have I, E and D. Okay, so all the letters in the word fried are there in the word fired. So they are anagrams of each other. Let us look at the next word. So you have gainly, G-A-I-N-L-Y, gainly. So what is the anagram of gainly? It is laying. We have G, we have A, we have I, N, L and Y in laying. Alright, come to the next word, sadder, S-A-D-D-E-R, sadder. So we have S, A, D and D-double-D, E, R, sadder. Alright, and finally listen and silent. So we have already seen. So children, in short, we have seen what are anagrams, what is the meaning of anagrams, and also various examples of anagrams. Okay, now like I told you, there are more than a few vocabulary exercises. So we will try to do at least 2 here today. We do not have time for more than that. So let us go to the next very interesting vocabulary exercise over here, and that is called as mother tongue or other tongue. So mother tongue means the language into which we are taught, we are initiated into that language since we are born. Okay, when we were very young, the language in which our mother taught us to speak the basic words is called as our mother tongue. So the mother tongue of different people can be different. Okay,
And other tongue means the other languages that we learn. So now, since we are learning in English medium schools, let us take English as the base, and then we will find out what those words are called in other languages also. So mother tongue or other tongue, what is the meaning of this particular game or vocabulary exercise? So there are some words in English which sound like words in your mother tongue. Okay? They are words in English, but then the same kind of words you will hear in your mother tongue also. Now, your mother tongue may be different. Different people might have different mother tongues. Someone might speak Malayalam at home. Some of you might be speaking Bhojpuri at home. Some of you might be speaking Bangla at home. Okay? So, there are some words in English which sound like words in Malayalam or in Bhojpuri or in Bangla. But if you consider the meaning and the use, you will realize that they are different words altogether. They are totally different. Alright? As far as their meaning or their use is concerned. Let us look at a few examples. Look at this word. It is bus. B-U-S, bus. This is a word in English. Now, in the English language, this word bus means a mode of transport. Many of us, we go to school also by bus. So, the bus is a mode of transport as far as English is concerned. Let us look at the mother tongue of most people in Maharashtra, that is Marathi. So in Marathi, the meaning of bus will be the action of sitting. Bus. Alright, so isn't it interesting that certain words in English have got totally different meanings in other languages. Okay, so there is an exercise in your textbook also, children. So I have tried to make that exercise interesting for you over here. So let us try and see what it means. So see, rose. So what is the meaning in English? It is a flower, rose. Okay. Whereas in Marathi, it means daily. And in Hindi, also it means daily or every day. Sun, S-U-N, sun, and S-O-N, sun. These are homophones. Okay. Now, it is a star. Sun is a star in the sky, okay, which shines bright and gives us heat and light. The other one is a male ayah. Means what? When the father passes away, all his property goes on to the male ayah, or the business goes on to the male ayah in the family. So that is the sun, S-O-N, sun. Meaning in Marathi would be festival. Diwaliचा सण. Alright? Or Holiचा सण. And in Hindi, it will mean year, San 39, San 27. This is the way we say. Okay? Peace and peace, again these are homophones. So meaning in English would be peace, one piece will be a small bit and the other piece would be calm, quiet. Okay? Marathi meaning of peace is a feather of a bird, and in Hindi it would mean to grind something. Masala pisna we say. Okay. Last one is calm. Now in English, calm means peaceful, whereas in Marathi it means work, and in Hindi it will mean work again. So this is how the meaning of different words could be different. They could sound the same, but their meaning is different in English as well as in other mother tongues, in other languages. Let us look at one more exercise. Now this is one exercise from your textbook. So look at the words. The first one is a boat. Now here in English, what it means you are supposed to find out and write. In Marathi, they are telling you boat means a finger. So let's see in English what it means. It means a means of transport. Like we saw bus, in the same way we have a boat. And in Marathi, of course, a boat means a finger. Okay. Second clue they have given you. In Marathi, it means daughter-in-law, son's wife. So it is the word is soon. So in English, it means quickly. And in Marathi, it means daughter-in-law. Now rope. Rope is a strong cord. which you use to tie things up. And in Marathi, rope means a sapling, a small plant. In English, the word is lake, which means a pond, whereas in Marathi, lake means your daughter. Alright? Now, name. Name in English could be the name of a person, a place, or a thing. In Marathi, name means to aim at something, to take an aim at something. Okay? In English, M-O-R-E, more means much. Quantity is larger. In Marathi, more means the peacock. Okay? Last word is case. In English, it could mean a container, whereas in Marathi, it means your hair. So children, these were two vocabulary exercises that we did today. One was anagrams and the other one was a nice and easy game, an interesting game called mother tongue or other tongue.
Now children, before we wrap up this lesson, let us take a look at one more exercise in anagrams which are there in our textbook. So we will try and make anagrams with the words that they have given us. But we will also remember that an anagram contains exactly the same letters, no more or no letter less. Okay? Only thing is that the original word and the word which we will form in the way of an anagram will just be in different orders. That is, the letters will be arranged in different orders. So now we already know the meaning of anagram and we've already seen some exercises based on anagrams. So come on, let us take a look at some words which are given in our textbook for us for more practice. So the first one will be T-E-N, 10. Now we will try and make the anagram of 10 by rearranging the letters in this particular word. Now children, let me remind you that when you are doing such an exercise where there is a question which is asked and you have to find out the answer, you should immediately pause the video and try to figure out the answer yourself. So that way the lesson will become more interesting and also it will become more interactive. Okay, so come on, pause the video and try and find out the answer of this word or this question. Let us try and see what the anagram of 10 is. So the anagram of 10 will be net. So you see, N-E-T, net. So what have we done exactly? We have just rearranged the letters in the word 10 to get the word net. And while doing so, we have not repeated any letter and we have taken exactly the same number of letters as there is in the word 10 to form the word net. Alright, so come on, let us take a look at the other words also which are given to us. So we have the next word, that is D-A-I-R-Y, dairy. Now what is a dairy? Dairy is something which has got to do with milk and milk products and cattle rearing. Okay, so we say Amul dairy. Alright, we say Gokul dairy. So we have many dairy farms around us. So this is the meaning of the word dairy. Now how can we rearrange it to find the anagram of dairy? Let us see. So we will write D-I-A-R-Y. So see, we have not done too much of rearrangement here. We have just changed the order of one particular set of letters. So for dairy, we have the anagram diary. Now see, what is a diary? A diary is a kind of a book in which you write something regularly. So you have personal diaries, you have diaries which you use for accounting in order to keep a track of how much money you have spent, how much you have saved, etc. So these are some interesting anagrams. Let us take a look at some more. So we have almost around 10 anagrams which are given to us in our textbook. So come on, let's take a look at the others also here. So the next one would be G-R-A-P-E, L-E-A-N. Glean. Now this is a word, glean. Let us look at what the anagram for glean could be. So let us come on, guess what the anagram for glean could be. So it is A-N-G-L-E, angle. And what does glean mean then? Glean means to collect something after the main harvest. So to collect whatever is left behind after the main harvest. So this is a word which is used usually when you talk about fields and when you talk about agriculture, etc. An angle, we already know what angle is. Angle means it is a kind of a figure which we study in geometry, which is made up of two rays. Okay, now let us look at the next word that we have here. So it is F-O-R-M-E-R, former. Okay, and when we write the anagram of former, we will write R-E-F-O-R-M, reform. So now you know what the meaning of former is. Former means something which is some person who has held some position in the past. So former means something which is related to the past. So we say the former chief minister, the former prime minister. And reform means to change something. Reformation we say, isn't it? To make a change in something. So this is former and reform. Let us look at a few more examples now that you have in the textbook. So we have the next word, A-U-C-T-I-O-N. So what is an auction? Have you ever been to an auction, or have you ever seen an auction on TV or something? So what is an auction? An auction is a public event where goods or property is sold to the highest bidder. That means you want to sell something and you have called a number of people and you have not decided on what is the rate at which you're going to sell this. But what are you going to do? You will sell it to the highest bidder. Bidder means the person who offers the highest price to you. So that is an auction. So here we have the past tense of the word auction, which is auctioned. Now the anagram of auction is something which is very, very close to all of us. Something which brings us together here on this platform. And what is that? It is E-D-U-C-A-T-I-O-N, education. Okay, now once again I want you to check whether we have not repeated a word. Have we repeated any letter in this word? No. Does the word auctioned and education have the same number of letters in them? Yes. That means we are doing these anagrams correctly. Okay, come on, let's take a look at the last few examples of anagrams that we have. So we have the next one, that is L-I-S-T-E-N, listen. Okay, and then what will be the anagram for listen? It will be E-N-L-I-S-T, enlist. So there is a little bit of a difference between these two words, listen and enlist. Listen means to lend your ear to someone, and enlist means in a way to join. So we say he enlisted in the army. So he joined the army. Okay, now when we are doing these exercises, when I'm explaining all the meanings of these words to you, when you're looking at all these words, remember what are we doing? We are just working on improving our vocabulary. So all these exercises, whether they are related to anagram, whether they are related to word chains, whether they are related to word play, all these exercises are aimed at improving your vocabulary. Let us take a look at the Next one that we have in our list now, so it is ALLERG and Y. Allergy. What is an allergy? An allergy means a kind of an unpleasant reaction that you may have to anything. It could be a kind of a food, it could be some kind of clothes that you're wearing. So when you're allergic to, suppose you're allergic to peanuts, many people are allergic to peanuts, okay? So in case you're allergic to peanuts, if you eat peanuts, you get some kind of odd reaction in your body. Okay, you get some kind of a bad reaction, you can say, in your body. So that is the meaning of an allergy. So what could be the anagram of allergy? Let us see. It is G A L L, that is double L E R Y, gallery. See, allergy changes to gallery. What is gallery? Gallery is a space or place which is there in a building. Okay, let us now take the last one that we have. So we have FUNERAL, funeral. Now the word that we are going to look at as anagram for funeral has got its origin in the language of France. That is, it has got its origin in French. And what is that word? It is FLANEUR. We say flaneur. What do you call this word? It's called as flaneur. Now, who is a flaneur? Flaneur is a person who wanders aimlessly. That is, who just roams around. Now, there are some people who go on, you can say, trips. They are tourists. They go to certain places and they just roam around here and there. So they are called as flaneurs. Okay. So this is a word which is taken from the French, you can say, language, and it is very much part of the English dictionary, and it is a noun. Flaneur is a noun. It's a common noun. All right. So this was not the last one. We still have one going for us. So let us see what the word is. So it is DORMITORY, dormitory. So now, what is dormitory? Have you ever heard of this word, dormitory? Now, a dormitory is a place, or you can say it is like a common place where people stay, or it is a room that contains a multiple number of beds for sleeping. Okay, so it's not common, it is not a single private room. It is a place where many people or a number of people sleep together on different beds, but there are a number of beds present in that room. So dormitories, you will see, it is usually seen in hostels where students live, okay, in the army where soldiers stay, etc. Now when you make the anagram of dormitory, there is a slight change you will see from the anagrams that we have made previously. Okay, previously for one letter, for one word we made the anagram which was another single word. But here now for dormitory, I have written the anagram in this way. It is DIRTY, dirty, ROOM, room, because there was not a word which was anagram for dormitory and it is a single word. I could not find a word like that. So see, I have made the anagram into this kind of a word. Dirty room is anagram for dormitory. Okay, children, so this was the lesson in English, and it was a lesson related to vocabulary called as word play, or you can say you did this particular lesson based on anagrams. Okay, now after you finish watching the video, I have got certain tasks for you to do. So let me now tell you what those tasks are. So children, now you have watched the video. So after you watch the video now, you will have to complete a few simple tasks. Now you might have watched the video on your computers or your laptops or your mobile phones. Now, after you watch the video, what will you do? You will please go to the description box which is given below the video. So, what is the description box? See, the description box looks like this. Alright, and after you go to the description box, you will see that there are a few questions there. Now, what are these questions about? These questions are about the lesson that we just learned or the video that you just watched. So what will you do? You will think back properly about the lesson and you will try and answer these questions and note down the answers in your notebook if you want. Okay? After that, we have another task waiting. You will also click on the link which you will find in the description box to fill up the Google form. So now what is the Google form, children? It is nothing but a simple form. There are a few simple questions there about the video which you just saw and also about yourself. So these are the tasks now that you will have to complete after you watch each video. So children, wasn't that a very interesting lesson? I'm sure you learnt a lot of new things in this lesson. If you have liked this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my video so that you will get to see all the videos which I keep posting regularly.